What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and my name is Zymir Ari, and on this channel we encourage people to live life daily. Today on this channel I want to talk to you guys about procrastination, because that is something that I've been dealing with lately. People might not even know that they are procrastinating in life. Sort of the root cause of why we can't finish doing what we started. Okay, procrastination is unnecessary delay. So basically, the Lord has not caused a delay in your life. Essentially, you have been putting things off so much to the point where you don't even have enough time to finish said thing anymore, because you've delayed it, you've pushed it off for so long, and now it's become a problem. I'm gonna use myself as an example. I said in my first YouTube video that I was going to start posting on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Why is it Thursday and I have not posted 2 videos? I didn't realize that I was procrastinating. I actually thought that I had enough time. Being unorganized and not being able to be efficient with the time that you have is irresponsible, and it can cause so many delays in your life. Okay, so here I am posting on Thursday because I still want to give my all to this channel, and that's what I intend to do. So how do we break off this mentality? How do we break off procrastination from our life? First things first, you gotta stop being lazy. Being lazy is the root cause of procrastination. By the time you look up and open your eyes, you start to realize that you didn't even finish what you said you would do. When you are lazy, you are basically telling yourself that this task is not important enough for me to handle right now. Now imagine, what if God gave you that task to do? You've prayed long and hard for this thing. You prayed for the car, you prayed for the job, you prayed for the house, and all of a sudden when it's time for you to show up, you can't put gas in your car is on E, you're not attending to your business. You have to be able and determined to steward the blessings that God gave you, okay? When you don't properly steward the blessings that the Lord has given you, the task that the Lord has given you, you end up making it so difficult because you chose not to steward the blessing properly. You shouldn't handle your blessings like that. You shouldn't handle the task that the Lord has given you that way. And I'm not saying this out of condemnation. I'm saying this because I literally have been through it. I've literally done this to my very first car. I had a 2018 Audi Q3. It was around the first time that I had gave my life to the Lord, and I had told God about me wanting a vehicle. Like, I want a vehicle. First things first, I've always wanted an Audi, but that wasn't where my mind was at the time. My mind was solely on, I need a reliable car. So I was thinking about, okay, I've built up 3 months of credit. I know it's probably not a lot. On Credit Karma, it was saying my credit score was like 640 or 680 or something like that. It was around the 600s. When I had walked into the credit union, the lady was basically telling me like, oh, well, you only have 1 line of credit. There's no way that you can get approved for this for a vehicle. I didn't even tell her what kind of vehicle I wanted. I go and I sit and I talk to another lady at the bank. She asks me, what kind of car do you want? Immediately I hear in my head God say, get the car that you want. So I start scrolling on CarMax because I've always wanted an Audi. I was like, well, if the Lord is saying this in my head, I know I'm not crazy right now. I've been building 3 months. I know 3 months of credit don't seem like a lot. Most people say it takes 6 months. Most people say it takes a year to fully establish your credit, right? I tell her what kind of car I want, and I click on a 2018 Audi Q3. Didn't really know what a Q3 was. I just knew that I've always liked the interior of an Audi. I've always liked the style of an Audi, not because it's like a German car, but because I like that type of style. She said, I'll be right back. I'll run the numbers and I'll check your credit score. She came back and said, congratulations, you are approved for your brand new vehicle. I'm crying because I'm like, a $33,000 vehicle, this is my first car. How in the world is that possible? She said, and I quote, she said, your credit score is a 714. And Credit Karma said my credit score was like 640 or something. So that's why I was like, huh? God will bless you with things, right? He will bless you with things that he knows that you want because he gives good gifts. The only issue with what happened with that vehicle is based on me being irresponsible. God gave me that, and I was maintaining it for quite some time. Right? I was maintaining that blessing for quite some time. It wasn't until I felt so under pressure after I had took a risk and I left my job the first time. It's the second time that I left a job to pursue what I feel like God has called me to do. I didn't handle it the way that God told me to. I was out there looking for more jobs. I always knew that the Lord called me to encourage people to live life daily. I knew that he encouraged me to use my voice, and also he's also encouraged me to do my body care business, y'all. Like, he's been telling me this since I was 18 years old. I was so confident up until I had no more money left. Okay, that's where everything I started to get scared. I started to instead of me depending on the Lord, I started to depend on more so like, oh, well, so and so has money, so they'll help me. Such and such has money, so they'll help me. And God's like, you're relying on everyone else except for me. That's the problem. That was the problem. Okay. To make a long story short, yes, God still provided for me throughout that time that I was struggling with my vehicle. But had I been more responsible, had I not put off paying my vehicle for so long, I didn't have to be in that situation. And I think that's something that the Lord was trying to tell me, like, you did not have to be in this, but I could still use this. You get what I'm saying? He could still use that. That's what happens when you procrastinate. That's what happens when you get lazy. That's what happens when you don't fully rely on the Lord and you just end up doing whatever you want to do and not actually moving according to his plans, his ways in life. You get what I'm saying? I was stubborn years back, okay? And I still got some things to learn, but that's why you can't be lazy with the blessings that God gives you. I'm telling you this from experience. With the time that you have left, you need to execute what God has called you to do, okay? You need to get up, stop making excuses, stop wasting time, and stop making it seem like you can't do something because of your human limitations. You feel like you can't move X, Y, and Z, Whole time we have a Father in heaven that knows exactly what you need. Whole time we have a Father in heaven that can go against the forces of nature to bless you. And you're saying that you can't do this or you can't do that, or I don't feel strong enough, or I feel like I don't have enough supplies to do X, Y, and Z. You have everything that you need, okay? No more living in the past, okay? You can't go back there. But the present is now. And the only way to the future is by being in the present. I say that all the time. You have a chance to keep going. So do it while you still can, okay? I hope I was able to help someone out with that information tonight. And I'm just going to leave y'all with this, okay? Finish what you started and rely on the Lord to determine your steps as you continue down your journey, okay? See you in the next video. I love you. Bye.